The trailer for Heartland Season 19, Episode 1 has dropped. Amy and Nathan's romance, which looked like a bright new chapter at the end of last season, is now hanging by a thread. The trailer makes it clear, this love story won't be smooth, and it may even end before it has a chance to truly begin. From family conflicts to old wounds that refuse to heal, Season 19 promises heartbreak, betrayal, and choices that could destroy not only Amy's future with Nathan, but also the Heartland Ranch itself. From the very first moments of the trailer, one thing becomes crystal clear. Amy and Nathan's love will not survive without a fight. And the fight isn't just between them, it's against everything around them. Nathan, who finally found some peace last season by balancing his family duties and his growing relationship with Amy, now faces his biggest test yet. His sister, who already made her presence known in Season 18, steps into the story in a way that threatens everything he has built. She's not just a sibling returning home. She has history with Amy's family, and that history isn't warm or supportive. In fact, her presence feels like a storm rolling in over the ranch. The trailer shows us that she doesn't share Nathan's sense of compromise, especially when it comes to the delicate relationship between their ranch and Heartland. Where Nathan tried to build bridges, his sister wants to burn them down. And in her mind, Amy is part of the problem. This isn't just family drama, it's a collision course. Because if Nathan stands with Amy, he risks losing the support of his sister. And if he sides with his sister, then Amy becomes the casualty. The pain of this dilemma is written all over the trailer. You can almost feel Nathan's frustration as he realizes that no matter what choice he makes, someone he loves will be hurt. And what makes it worse is Lou's reaction. She has always been protective of Heartland Ranch, sometimes to the point of making difficult, even ruthless decisions. This time, she openly says what many feared. Saving the ranch means sacrificing Amy's romance. It's cold, it's heartbreaking, but it's also logical. Lou believes the ranch must come first, even if that means Amy is left brokenhearted. And as much as some viewers may disagree, we know deep down that Lou is probably right. You don't sacrifice generations of legacy for the sake of a single love story. Still, hearing Lou take this stance in the trailer feels like But the storm doesn't stop there. Amy herself is caught in another struggle, the shadow of Ty. The trailer makes it painfully clear that she hasn't healed. Not really. Ty may be gone, but his presence lingers in every part of Amy's life. She can't help but compare Nathan to him. She can't help but fear that letting Nathan into her heart means risking the same kind of devastating loss again. And when Nathan himself admits that he feels Ty's ghost between them, that fear turns into reality. Because it's not just Amy struggling with Ty's memory. Nathan feels it too. His insecurities boil over when he lashes out, even comparing himself to Caleb, another man who could never live up to Ty. This single moment in the trailer says it all. Nathan knows he will never replace Ty in Amy's heart, and Amy knows it too, which leaves us asking the terrifying question. If Ty's memory is too strong, is Amy even capable of fully loving anyone else? Or is she doomed to remain trapped between her grief and her desire to move on? And while Amy and Nathan wrestle with this, the trailer hints at something even darker lurking in the background. Jack, the Rock of Heartland, the man who has always been there to protect, to guide, to fight for the family. For the first time, we see him vulnerable. His car is vandalized, his health is hinted at with worrying scenes, and suddenly, the foundation of the Heartland family doesn't feel so unshakable anymore. If Jack falls, what happens to the family? What happens to the ranch? The trailer doesn't answer, but the look in Amy's eyes as she stands beside him says everything. She knows she could lose not just Nathan, but Jack as well. The premiere is shaping up to be one of the most dramatic openings the series has ever delivered. Between family battles, the ghost of Ty, Lou's heartbreaking decision, and Jack's looming struggles, Amy is being pushed to the breaking point. And while the trailer teases moments of tenderness, Amy and Nathan holding each other, finding small pockets of peace, it's impossible to ignore the truth. This is not a fairy tale beginning. This is the start of a season where love will be tested, bonds will be shattered, and the Heartland family will be forced to make choices that leave scars. Amy and Nathan's romance is not just fighting external forces, but internal fears as well. And these fears are not simple misunderstandings or arguments that can be solved with an apology. They run deep, pulling from Amy's past and threatening to poison her present. Amy has carried Ty's memory like a wound that refuses to heal. And in Season 19, that wound bleeds into her new relationship. The scenes we glimpse show Amy not only reflecting on her past with Ty, but also doubting whether she deserves happiness again. It's heartbreaking because Amy has already lost so much. She lost Ty, she struggled to raise Lindy alone, and she has been carrying the burden of keeping the ranch alive. Now, when she finally dares to open her heart to someone new, those old fears surge forward like ghosts. And the cruelest part? Nathan feels it too. He knows he is being compared, even if Amy doesn't say it out loud. He knows that every smile, every touch, every kiss is being weighed against Ty's memory, and no man could ever measure up. This tension spills over into Nathan's interactions with others, especially Caleb. In one of the most striking moments teased in the trailer, Nathan lashes out at Caleb, claiming that neither of them will ever be Ty. That single line captures the raw insecurity that defines Nathan's journey this season. He loves Amy, but he can't shake the feeling that he will never truly own her heart. And Amy, for her part, is stuck in the middle, wanting to move forward but chained to the past. It's tragic, because both of them are victims of the same ghost. They're not fighting each other as much as they're fighting a memory that refuses to die. And that is what makes their story so powerful and so painful. But the emotional storm doesn't stop with them. Lindy, Amy's daughter, becomes a quiet but powerful force in this conflict. The trailer shows her fear of losing her mother the way she lost her father. Children often see more than adults realize, and Lindy knows that opening the door to Nathan means introducing the risk of loss all over again. For Amy, this is a crushing realization, because it's not just her own heart she must protect, it's her daughter's. If she embraces Nathan and something happens to him, Lindy will suffer all over again. That thought alone is enough to make any mother hesitate. And so, what should have been a joyful new beginning for Amy becomes a battlefield where love, grief, and responsibility collide. Meanwhile, Nathan's sister looms larger in the background, fueling the fire. She's not simply a businesswoman trying to protect her interests. She's a manipulator, someone who knows exactly which buttons to push to drive a wedge between Amy and Nathan. By refusing to compromise with Heartland Ranch, she places Nathan in an impossible position. And the tragedy is, she doesn't even care about the emotional cost. To her, business is war, and family is leverage. Watching Amy, Nathan, and Lou all react to her presence in the trailer, you can already sense the storm she is about to unleash. And it raises the question, how long can Amy and Nathan stand together before the weight of family loyalty and bitter history rips them apart? But the trailer doesn't stop at teasing romance and family drama. It digs deeper into the very foundation of Heartland itself. For years, Jack has been the symbol of strength, the man who holds everything together, even when the world seems to fall apart. Yet in Season 19, for the first time, we see cracks in his armor. The shot of his vandalized car is haunting, not just because of the damage, but because of what it represents. Someone is targeting him. Someone wants to hurt him. And the trailer suggests that this act of violence is only the beginning. Jack's health is also hinted at, with unsettling hospital scenes that raise more questions than answers. Is it a routine checkup, or is something much darker happening beneath the surface? If Jack falters, even for a moment, the entire family could lose its anchor. The weight of this hangs over Amy as well. It's not just about her relationship with Nathan anymore. It's about protecting her grandfather, her daughter, and the ranch. The thought of losing Jack is unthinkable, but the trailer seems determined to plant that fear in our minds. And if we've learned anything from Heartland, it's that no character is safe from heartbreak. The possibility of Jack facing illness or danger this season could change everything. Imagine Amy trying to hold her family together, raising Lindy, fighting for her romance, and now fearing for Jack's life. The emotional toll would be unbearable. And yet, that is exactly the kind of pressure the trailer suggests. And then, in the middle of all this darkness, the trailer delivers a splash of color. The Indian wedding. Bright, beautiful, joyful, but also mysterious. Who is getting married? Is it Georgie, returning to the series in a shocking twist? Or is it another character we least expect? Behind the beauty of the wedding, there are whispers of unanswered questions. If Georgie is involved, where is Quinn? What happened to their story? The wedding scene feels like a puzzle piece the writers are teasing us with, daring us to speculate. And while it may seem like a happy event, in the world of Heartland, even celebrations come with shadows. Could this wedding also bring heartbreak or a shocking betrayal? The premiere seems to be designed to keep viewers on edge. Every storyline is connected, every thread pulling tighter and tighter until it feels like something has to snap. Amy and Nathan's romance, Jack's health, Lindy's fears, Lou's sacrifice, and the mystery of the wedding all swirl together into a storm that threatens to consume Heartland Ranch itself. The question isn't whether there will be heartbreak, it's who will be left standing when it's all over. As we piece together everything from the trailer, one theme emerges above all else: sacrifice. Every character is forced to give something up, and those sacrifices may leave scars that never heal. For Nathan, it's the impossible choice between his sister and Amy. For Amy, it's the decision to either protect her heart or risk it all for love. For Lou, it's choosing the ranch over her sister's happiness. And for Jack, it may be his very strength, the one thing that has defined him for so long. These sacrifices are not small. They are life-changing, and the trailer makes it clear that they will define Season 19. What makes this season feel different is the weight of history behind every decision. Amy isn't just another woman trying to move on. She's a widow carrying the ghost of Ty. Nathan isn't just another love interest. He's a man living in the shadow of someone he can never replace. Jack isn't just a grandfather. He's the pillar of Heartland, whose fall could shake the entire family. Lou isn't just a sister. She's the guardian of a legacy, willing to be the villain in Amy's love story if it means keeping the ranch alive. Each of these roles carries immense pressure, and when they collide, the result is explosive. The brilliance of the trailer is that it doesn't give us answers. It only raises questions. So what does this all mean for the premiere episode? Based on the trailer, Episode 1 is set to deliver an explosive start. Nathan and his sister clash in a way that puts Amy directly in the crossfire. Amy wrestles with Ty's shadow, her trauma spilling over into her fragile new romance. Lou takes her controversial stand, setting herself up as both protector and betrayer. Jack's car is vandalized, hinting at a dangerous storyline that could threaten his safety. And in the middle of all this chaos, a wedding shines like a mystery waiting to be solved. The premiere won't just set the tone for Season 19. It will rip the Band-Aid off every hidden wound and force the characters to confront the truths they've been avoiding. Amy will have to face the reality that loving Nathan means risking pain all over again. Nathan will be pushed to prove where his loyalty truly lies. Lou will reveal how far she's willing to go to protect Heartland. And Jack's storyline will remind us all that even the strongest among us can falter. This is not just drama. It's heartbreak, suspense, and a test of everything we love about Heartland. Fans who expected a calm, hopeful new beginning for Amy will be shocked, because this is not a season of fairy tales. It's a season of storms. And by the time the dust settles, the Heartland we know may never look the same again. One thing is certain. The premiere will leave us asking one terrifying question. Will Amy and Nathan survive the season? Or is their romance already doomed? For more weekly breakdowns, updates, and theories on Heartland Season 19, make sure you're following, because this journey has only just begun, and the trailer has already shown us that we're in for heartbreak, surprises, and moments that will stay with us forever. All of this leads to one heartbreaking truth. Heartland Season 19 is not going to be easy for anyone, least of all Amy. The trailer makes it painfully clear that the premiere is the beginning of a season built on struggle, sacrifice, and impossible choices. Amy and Nathan's romance, once filled with hope, is now dangling by a thread, torn apart by family conflicts, painful memories, and the shadow of Ty that refuses to fade. Lou, as always, stands guard over the ranch, but at what cost? Her decision to put the legacy above Amy's happiness may fracture their bond as sisters in a way that can never fully heal. And Jack, the heart and soul of the family, faces dangers that shake the foundation of Heartland itself. If his strength begins to fail, the premiere episode is clearly built to rip open every old wound. Amy, who has spent years trying to live with the loss of Ty, still carries his shadow with her. And the trailer makes it painfully clear that Ty's memory is not something she can just leave behind. In almost every glance, every word, you can feel that presence hovering in the background. Nathan is not just competing for Amy's love. He is competing with a ghost. That's a battle he can never win, no matter how much he loves her. And Nathan knows it. His frustration spills out in the scenes where he lashes out, even dragging Caleb into the argument. When he admits that neither of them will ever be Ty, it isn't just anger, it's despair. It's the kind of raw honesty that cuts straight through the heart. Nathan wants Amy, but deep down, he fears she will never fully be his. And what makes this even more tragic is that Amy feels the same. She wants to move forward, but her grief won't let her. It's like trying to build a house on broken ground. The foundations simply can't hold. But Amy's struggle isn't just about her. Lindy, her daughter, becomes the silent voice of the past. The trailer shows her fear of losing her mother, and it's heartbreaking. Children who experience loss at such a young age carry that fear with them. And for Lindy, the thought of Amy letting Nathan into their lives feels like another risk she can't bear. If something happened to Nathan, Lindy would lose again, and Amy knows that. Every time she looks at her daughter, she is reminded of the stakes. Loving Nathan doesn't just put her own heart on the line, it puts Lindy's heart there too. And that is a risk Amy may not be able to take. The trailer captures this tension perfectly, showing us glimpses of Amy torn between her desire for happiness and her duty to protect her child. As if that weren't enough, Nathan's sister storms into the premiere like a hurricane. She's not just an obstacle, she's a weapon aimed directly at Amy and the Heartland family. Her refusal to compromise with the ranch is more than stubbornness. It's selfishness, driven by ambition and greed. She doesn't care about Nathan's happiness. She doesn't care about Amy's pain. All she cares about is winning, no matter the cost. And Nathan is caught in the middle. The trailer makes it clear that his loyalty will be tested. Does he stand with his sister, who has blood ties and family history? Or does he stand with Amy, the woman he loves but who is already slipping away from him? It's a cruel choice, one that seems designed to tear him apart. And the worst part is, no matter what choice he makes, he loses. Lou, meanwhile, adds another layer of heartbreak. She has always been fiercely protective of Heartland, and in the trailer, she takes a stand that shocks even Amy. By openly admitting that the ranch must come before Amy's romance, Lou steps into the role of the villain, not because she's cruel, but because she's practical. To Lou, love is temporary, but the ranch is forever. And while some fans may despise her for this, others will understand. After all, Heartland isn't just land or business, it's their legacy, their identity. To risk losing it for Amy's fragile relationship with Nathan would feel reckless. Still, hearing Lou say it out loud hurts, because it forces Amy to confront a truth she didn't want to face. Even her own sister doesn't believe in her love story. The betrayal cuts deep and it leaves Amy more isolated than ever.